We've seen an explosion of new products in wearable tech, drones, and virtual reality. And investors are putting that money into technology. A recent report finds 120 virtual reality-related deals this year, totaling more than $630 million. And nearly $4 billion has poured into virtual reality companies since 2010. So will those bets pay off in 2016? CNET senior editor Dan Ackerman is here with what's ahead for tech. Dan, good morning to you.
Good morning to you guys.
Happy New Year. I mean, people have talked about virtual reality before. It didn't work out before. Is 2016 the year? And
we've been talking about the current generation of it for a couple of years, but the catch is there's really nothing you can buy right now. All of those big systems, like the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, they're allegedly coming next year finally after years of delays.
So what was Grandma looking at there? Because she seemed pretty convinced.
She had Google Cardboard on, which is the most basic version. You basically get Google Cardboard, which is a cardboard holder for your phone. Your phone slides in, or you can get something like the Samsung Gear VR, which is this thing, and it's kind of a complicated looking plastic box that, again, you slide your Samsung phone into, and the phone screen is actually the VR screen. And that's all you can get right now. The real stuff is allegedly coming next year.
I got to use the Oculus last year, and when it works, it is extraordinary. The immersive experience that it takes you into, just like Grandma saw there, but we'll see when it all happens. You have something beyond the Samsung device here. What else are we looking at here from Amazon? I
think what we'll see next year is a lot of that smart home stuff, the virtual personal assistant stuff really start to be more practical. Amazon Echo is the first version of that. I think that really works. You can talk to it. You can say its name. If I turn the mic on, I go, Alexa, and I say, what's the weather today?
In New York, there's a gale warning in effect from 6 p.m. Monday,
Alexa,
December 20th.
Stop.
Oh, wow.
And it actually understands your voice. I've worked with voice recognition technologies for years. You have Siri on your iPhone. Yeah. Half the time, they don't understand what you're saying. I'll say, this gets you 80% of the time, and these days, that's actually pretty good for new technology.
Did she get mad when you cut her off like that?
I'm going to find out later.
That was pretty good.
Well, you called this the breakthrough of 2015.
I said it was a real breakthrough product for 2015 because it took things we already had, voice recognition, an online personal assistant, cloud-based smart home stuff, but it made it actually work. That's what people want. Not new things they've never heard of before, but things they've heard about or tried once or twice that actually works and is more practical. I use this to control my lights now.
Nice.
So you can hook that up to your home systems.
I asked for Christmas. For Christmas, I asked for some smart light bulbs. I got them, the Philips Hue bulbs. I plugged in a couple, and now I just say, Alexa, turn on the lights, and the lights go on. I'd say, turn them off, lights go off.
Cool. A TV always advancing here. What's the big buzzword in TV technology
Every year they got to come up with a new buzzword to get you to buy a new TV because they last too long now. You buy a flat screen TV, they're good for 5, 6, 7 years. You're going to see them talk about HDR, which is forget about 4K, forget about OLED, forget about 3D, all the old buzzwords. This is a way to do high dynamic range images, so the light stuff and the dark stuff both looks very clear. You have to shoot it in HDR and have an HDR compatible TV. So I think at the end of the year you're not going to buy a TV based on this, but they're going to try to sell you one.
Right. So who is actually shooting in HDR?
The same people who said, oh, I got to get out in front and start shooting in 4K. If you want to make sure you have your footage, your TV shows, your movies that you shoot in the latest technology, you have to pick which ones you're going to invest in. And some people invested in 4K. A lot of people did not invest in 3D, if you remember that.
And these are all expensive toys?
You know what? Not too expensive. $179 right now. I think about $150, maybe a little bit more for this guy. You have to put in your own phone.
Dan, thanks very much.
Thank you, guys.
Alexa, goodbye.
She doesn't like you, Jeff. She totally ignored you.
No response.